said 1950. And the golf course and all that went with this park, which we were never able to play golf out there until now. But our fathers and them who were working at the mill would cut that 1 cent tax to help build this stuff. And like I said, I never played a game in this park. I ran balls for Mr. Lorenzo Johnson team, but he had here. And every Friday night, this what I would do to make that 50 cents. And that's and my dream was to always to play Major League Baseball. And I wanted to play so bad when I saw these guys out here. I wanted to play so bad. But I was too young at the time. And
how old were you?
I was only 10 then when I was running balls out here. I was only 10. This is where I enjoyed watching Robert Clark play, his brother, all that bunch played. A lot of guys that you don't know. This is where they played at. Every Friday night they had baseball here, and I enjoyed watching some of the best teams come in here to play. This was the only night park for people to play at between here, Selma, and Mobile.
Okay.
And there was a man in Mobile named Ed Tucker. He was a baseball man. He loved baseball, and he owned it. He owned maybe, I bet he owned it 4 teams down there. And so every Saturday night he would bring one of his teams. He would bring 2 of his teams up here and we would play. And that's we kept baseball going up here. And he was the man that bought Hank here in the town. But we really didn't know Hank, but he was gonna beat him, And, he was on his team, the Red Sox, all the Red Sox, and I saw many great teams come in here, like the Florida Sea Dogs. Those teams played back in the old Negro League. The Athletics from Mobile, which was I got a chance to play against him when I got started playing, and one team I got a chance to see in this park was the Birmingham Black Band. They was a team of the old Negro League also. That was the team Willie Mays played with in his days when he was up there in Birmingham. And they had a team down in Uniontown called the Uniontown Black Steels. But they was tough. They was hard. Now, I figured out that in the later days that those players that they had wasn't hardly 2 from Uniontown. They went all over different counties getting the best players, and they picked the best players that they could get to play against. And the history of this park go way beyond what I can say here today, because a man named Mr. Earl Tucker, a white guy here, he was the cousin of the black team playing in here. I think he was a Jew or something like that. And so he got Lorenzo and them the key to the park and everything, and they started playing in here.
So Mr. Earl Tucker had a role in that?
Yeah, he had a role in that, getting a black guy to play in this park. And later on, he built a park for anybody. That park down there called Tucker Field. He was just a great man. He believed in lived it, and he believed in every man having a chance.
My. So now today this is a playground.
It's a playground, something that I hurts over. I told you that I hurts over that because nobody asked nobody what's the history of this park. And I told Charlie Anderson, that's where the Hall of Fame should have been. The Hall of Fame for the building should have been put inside his park there, because there's so much history, and there was some great white players here back in the day, and their name could have been put in here, like we said that all of those great black teams that come in here, and surely Mr. Ed Tucker out in Mobile, his name ought to be on this thing here, because he helped keep baseball going here. Yeah.
So is this when you went to, I understand you had the opportunity to to try out for a major league team or minor league team?
Major league team.
Major league team. Well, had you been playing in this field?
No, I had never played in this field. I hadn't played in this.
How did you hear about that? Tell us the story.
A guy was at the game one night, and so he had been watching me play.
Now, was this at one of the other fields? Or?
Yeah, that was at McFadden.
At McFadden.
Yeah.
Well, we may go down there. We'll tell us about it, and then we'll go to McFadden Park.
He saw me play, and he said that he said himself, I got a chance of making Major League Baseball. He written me a beautiful letter. He knew the scout. He knew the scout named Jesse Thomas. Jesse Thomas was the scout for the San Francisco Giants, and he knew him, so he written me a letter. And so he told me, Mr. Jesse Thomas told me, he saw him that weekend, told him to tell me to be there that Friday.
And you started out.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you found out about that opportunity that the major league interested in you trying out?
I felt great because that was one thing in my life that I wanted. I believe if I lead out of Thomasville, someone else would have followed. And in the day, I still believe that his many could have played Major League Ball, but the scouts wasn't coming here. They didn't come here. They go around us. They went around us. They went in. They go to Montgomery and Birmingham, and then they go on in Mobile. But they didn't come to us.
So they went to the major cities.
They went to the major cities.
But they missed out on all the great talent here.
They missed out on all this great talent here. Great talent.
My. So what advice do you give to young, inspiring major league players and the little leagues to all the way up to high school?
I would say that people the coaches who don't coach little league ball, they need to go to work and work these guys up to be great, because they're not getting enough work. They go. I would say, like, I care about my son. I care a whole lot about my son. But I'm not gonna go down there and coach just because my son playing. I want to give every boy a chance. Every boy that can play ball. And as we start there right now with 12-year-old boys, we could get 4 teams together. 4 teams, and we work those kids. Work them until they get 15, and we can get them into some tournaments where the scouts will be at. I believe we'll have a winner. I believe that we will have a winner.
My.
Yeah.
So you believe in baseball?
I believe in it. I believe in kids. I believe in they having a chance, opportunity, no matter what. If they don't make it in baseball, I believe in them getting them an education. I believe in that. And I believe in this. If they don't get an education, I believe in them having a good job.
Yes. So do you believe that when kids are involved in sports like baseball or football or basketball, does it help shape who their character and who they are as an individual?
Well, the coach who's coaching that, he got to show great character. He must show great character to get them to show great character. No. You got to teach character. You can't slack up on character and courage. Have a heart and hustle, because that's one thing about it. If you don't hustle and you don't have good character, that can hurt you. Your good character carry you, I think, 75% of your life.
Do you recall, Mr. Arnold, when there was a radio show called The Making of Champions, and we had all these different coaches come on, even Bo Jackson talk about what makes a champion?
Right.
In your opinion, you heard that radio show, so you heard a lot of opinions, and you are a coach yourself. What, in your opinion, makes a champion?
Well, I believe what makes a champion. Whatever he gonna do, whatever sports he playing, he must get in there and work hard as he can in that sport. You got to spend extra time. You can't go home. Some days you can't go home when practice is over. You need to stay there and work overtime. And when you work overtime, you find out your weakness. I heard a man ask his players one day, said, "What is your breaking point?" They stood and looked at him. A lot of guys don't know what a breaking point is there. What I mean about your breaking point, can you stand for a man to walk up and slap you? You gotta keep a cool head on the field, just as Jackie Robinson did. If Jackie Robinson they'd been able to break him, he wouldn't have made Major League Ball. It's simple as that.
Did you ever get to see Jackie Robinson play?
I saw him play. I saw Jackie play. I saw Jackie play in the 55 World Series on television. I didn't see him in person, but Jackie stole home in the biggest event it was. He stole home, played in the World Series. That was one of the biggest events it ever been.
What did that mean to you?
It meant so much to me. It meant so much to me because I knew that the people who were standing around me, they didn't like it, you know. They didn't like it. They heard negative things, you know, about him, you know. And in other words, that would keep other Negroes from playing if Jackie failed. Mm-hmm. But Jackie didn't fail. That's why I look down and tell people there's a God up above. Mm-hmm. God could have walked down in and picked up anybody out that crowd, but he picked Jackie, you know. And Jackie parents knew when they moved out of Georgia that they had to move to California for him to have a chance, because he couldn't go to the University of Georgia in the 20s. He couldn't go there, and he wouldn't have went there in the 50s or the 60s. But his mother had sense enough to move to California to give her son a chance. Sometimes you have to give up some things to give your children a chance.
Mama. So I understand you coached. Were you a coach?
I coached 33 years. I coached that baseball team 33 years. After my playing, I was ready to give up playing. I coached 33 years because it was important to me to keep these young guys going. You know, they didn't have nothing to do, and then give them hope. You know, I sent a bunch of boys to college. They got a chance to go and play college baseball that wouldn't have got a chance.
Do you feel that your calling, maybe it was part of destiny for you to go and experience trying out for the major league and then coming back here because of you coaching over 30 years? That's a lot of young people's lives you've impacted.
Oh, yeah.
And you've given hope to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel that that's a part of God's calling
Yes,
on your life
well,
and purpose for your life?
It got to be. It got to be. It got to be. Because I left here. I said I'd never come back to Thomasville. But God guided me back here. He guided me back. And I'm proud he did. I wouldn't have got a chance to do what I did if God didn't have something to do with it. And I told some people these things early in life. I said I got God on my side because everything wasn't sugar when I started. If some people just really didn't want me to have this ball club here, they did everything in their power. But I told them I got God on my side. And I didn't ask them for nothing. I supported my club all I could and sold out of the second stand. I supported my own club with it. And I had some white people to help me also.
It seems as if, as I look back, and I know your name is synonymous with baseball, coaching,
Yeah.
helping young people. You can count on you.
Right.
I know it must have been God's plan to have you planted here in Thomasville community to help so many and encourage so many young people, mothers and fathers, with giving their children an opportunity that would have not been available to them had you not given of yourself, your time and your resources and your gifts to give them an opportunity that you didn't have.
Well, I'll do it all over again. It wasn't about me, it was about the kids. I'd do it all over again if I had to do it again. I would find a way to do it again. And that's what I want people to know, that you have got to help somebody. You have got to help the kids. If you want them to do something, you can't sit down and talk about them. You got to go out there and reach out for them and tell them what is right. Show them what is right.
That is profound. We got to stop talking and to do it.
Do something about it. That's what you got to do.
Well, we're glad you did something about it.
Well,
and you still do in your way.
Right. And I'll do it until I die. I'll do it until I die.
Well, I'm glad you shared some history with us on this Virgil Coleman Wilkerson Memorial Field, which is now a playground currently in Thomasville, Alabama. And I want to thank you because you shared some history I did not know about this field. Right. You pass by it every day and you never know how it all got started.
Right.
And how back in the day when a lot of places were segregated, a man named Mr. Earl Tucker found it in his heart to open the gates so that all people could play in Thomasville.
Right.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, we're going to travel now to the next park. If there's anything you want to say before we leave this spot.
I have to thank the people who live in their house there. All these white people live in these houses. We used to be all around their house at night running balls. They never told us. They never protested against us, you know. And that's one of the richest men used to live right there. Named Mr. Kogas, one of the richest men in Thomasville. And he always told us to get them balls, you know, get them, you know. And a lot of people would have told us, you know, get out their yard, but they realized that we had to have the balls. You know. And I just thank God for some good people. You know, because like I tell them all the time, all white folks wasn't bad.
Yes.
All wasn't bad.
Well, God created us in His image, didn't He?
Yes, He did.
So He has His people planted everywhere,
Everywhere.
in all nationalities,
Yeah.
as all socioeconomic parts, in all churches.
Yeah.
He has some people,
That's right.
because His program will
It will
move forward.
It's gonna go forward.
My. Well, we thank you for sharing that. It took the community came together.
That's right.
Isn't that beautiful? Thomasville is known for, it may have its differences, but at the end of the day, it comes together.
Right. Right.
As a way of coming together.
You know, I saw this city coming together. A little white girl was real sick, and she needed the money to, I don't forget what kind of operation it was, but I saw this city come together. We raised money out here every weekend, got out here and walked and raised money somehow. And we raised enough money for that girl to have that operation.
My.
We sure did.
And people came together.
They came together and did it. Mm-hmm. They came together and did it.
That says a lot about the people of Thomasville and the community.
Like I tell you about, Thomasville is a great place. It's a great place. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't, I wouldn't have loved it so hard, because like I said, I moved it. I left him to never come back here. That's where I said it, man. But as I went along in Ohio up there, every day I was thinking about this place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
God was calling you back here to help His children.
He was calling me.
Mm-hmm. To use your gifts, what you love, baseball.
That's right.
You shared the love of your baseball with so many children, and I just heard one bragging on you a minute ago, and came up to me and said, "That was my coach. He helped us a lot." I said, "Oh, really?
Yeah.
He coached you?" "Yes, ma'am, he sure did." I said, "All right then." That's good when somebody come up to you to say something good.
That's right.
About you, brag on you. That's precious, precious, precious. Well, thank you, Mr. Arnold. Appreciate you sharing some stories and history. Profound, touch Thomasville, Alabama.
Okay.
As we find out more, this big day coming up for this Hall of Fame induction. So how did you feel about that when you heard about it?
Oh, I tell you, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. When Charlie called me, I said, "No way. I'm from the other side of town." That's why I said, because he, I went to EMR, and this, I said that he would build up on Thomasville High peoples, because white guys, they got it together. I said, "No way." And so I told him, I said, "Is this for real?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You been voted to go in on November 17th. I said, "Oh man, I can't believe this." And I went down to his place. One day I got a chance. Well, he told me what he needed, for his pictures and things like that. And so I did all of that. And the rest of it is history now. We just waiting on that day. Yes. And as I was sitting down one Saturday evening at the house, my phone rang. And on the other end, I didn't know who it was. It was from Indiana. The guy said, "What about them bears?" I said, "The bears dead." And there was this professional scout. He told me, "You've been voted into the semi-pro Hall of Fame in Evansville, Indiana."
My.
I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "And I want you here." I said, "Well, I'm not much on traveling now." I told him, I said, "I'm not much on traveling. I don't travel." I said, "But he said, your son going in up here too." I said, "Yeah, I heard that he was going in." I said, "But I won't be able to make it." He said, well, I can understand that. He said, but you did so much for baseball.
Yes.
And we want to congratulate you and everything and award you for it. He said, another thing I want to ask you. I said, what's that? He said, any black ball players down that way? I said, no way. They all gone. So they looking for black players now.
Yes.
They really are. And I wish some of these black kids could wake up and see the smell of coffee. They got to play high school. They need to play high school ball.
Yes.
And all of them want to play football, but they need to get on that baseball team and wake themselves up and get in college and they can show themselves up.
It's wide open for them.
It's wide open. It's wide open right now.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. We're going to go to our next spot.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go where it all started.
All right.
States for 33 years, cheering boys around and everything. And do you know I only had one flat tire?
My.
You know I got to thank God for that.
One flat tire going all over the world.
All over. I went all over the state of Mississippi, Louisiana, Birmingham, Selma, Mobile, all different places.
And the Lord took care of me.
The Lord took care of me. He took care of me.
My. He's good, isn't he?
He's good. He's good.
But when you're walking in his purpose, for his benefit, he'll take care of you.
He sure will. And I should have recognized something right then. Said, the Lord is carrying me. And I did. And some people, you gonna meet negative people in everything you do.
Yes, sir.
And I was encouraged by some that I ought to quit. I ought to let it go.
It's in everything.
Right. I shouldn't do that. But I saw something. They didn't make the major league, but they made some college teams. So, in other words, I carried the horse to the water. That was up to him to drink.
We can learn so much from that. That'll get a lot of us off the sofa to doing something to help people.
That's right.
And that was the sermon today, really.
Right.
You're going to get those people going to tell you what not to do and this, that. But God got it already fixed.
He got it already.
It's going to be all right.
Right. That's right.
Yes. Well, that's going to help somebody. Help me.
Yeah. I'm glad I could help you, son.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What my belief? Well, my belief is, like I say, my belief is Jesus Christ. That's my belief. I know there's a God because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him, for Jesus Christ. Because you take if you read in the paper, what happened to me when I went to try for Major League Ball, and I believe if somebody had supported me then, it's possible that I would have made Major League Ball. I said $20 kept me from making Major League Ball. If the people had supported me. I can understand that it was a tough time for everybody, especially black people, the daddies, they were working at sawmills and things. That's why I said that churches come together. That's the quickest way to get anything done.
Whatever. Go on in your life. You look like the devil winning round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. good call, dude.
3 times, since then. Reverend Will, Reverend Manley, Reverend Thompson, and now Reverend